Okay, in this one, I'm going to start by just simply writing down the word ani, which is the banmal form of no. So ani means no. If we want the jondemal form, we're going to put the yo on the end, so a니요 just means no. But when we have the word or phrase 아니에요, which is written like that, 아니에요 can mean to be not, it is not, you are not. It's like a sort of denial of something. So 아니요 on its own is no, but 아니에요 becomes it is not. And of course that we know that's the 존댓말 form, and it's the 에요 ending, not the 이에요 ending, because ni has a vowel on the end, so of course it would have to be 에요, not 이에요. And it comes from the verb 아니다, which is like the root verb, I think. And in Korean, if a word has da on the end, then it's going to be a verb, because da means I think to be, like to do something. So if you're saying like if you're stating that something is not, to be not, da is the to be. So I mean, I don't know the words off the top of my head, but if you took the Korean for like to run, it would have da on the end, or to eat, or to sleep. So basically, if we see da, then we know it's a verb. So what we need to do is we take a noun and we add the 아니에요 onto it, and then we can create a sort of denial sentence saying it's not. So if we take a pronoun, I guess, 저, meaning me, myself, and if we say 저 아니에요, it just means it's not me, because we're saying me, it is not. So if someone says who is shouting, you can say 저 아니에요, it's not me. I'll do one more. We can take another simple word, which is another one that I learned very quickly. 우유, which means milk. So 우유 아니에요 means it's not milk. Now we can also put the 이거. I was not paying attention then. The 이거, which is the yeah. So E means this. I did this in the last video. E is this, but you have to put the go on the end of it. And it can also be written as something like E got, like that. I don't quite know why you would choose one or the other yet. So anyway, if you could take 이거 우유 아니에요. Oh, I did something then. Never mind, that worked. 이거 우유 아니에요, right? Then you're literally saying this is not milk. You're specifying, rather than saying it is not milk, you're saying this is not milk. And of course you can attach any noun to it. So you could type in 학생, which I don't see if I can write this from memory. Is that right? No, of course it's not. Like that. Yeah. Hakseng means student. So if you say Hakseng 아니에요, you're just saying it's not a student. But of course we want to put 저, meaning I. So you're saying I, it's basically saying I student not am. I am not a student. I wonder if you could change that for 이거 and say 이거 학생 아니에요, which means this is not a student. Of course, we could also change it to something like 저거, which again I think is something I did in the last video. So 저거 would be that. So 저거 학생 아니에요. You're saying that is not a student, and we can just replace this noun with anything we want. For example, we could replace it with 모자, which is not that. It's that. That I think. Yeah, 모자 is hat. So 저거 모자 아니에요 would just become that is not a hat. In the same way, we could say 고양이, which is cat. 고양이. So 고양이 아니에요 just means not a cat. But if we want to specify it is not a cat, we would say 그거 고양이 아니에요, which is this this one. I'm trying to remember it from last time now, and it's all disappearing. It's important, I find, to make sure you learn where these spaces are. It's so easy for everything to blur together into a whole mass, and then you don't know what is what. 그거 고양이 아니에요. It is not a cat. There's another word here. 그거 호랑이, which is tiger. That's interesting. So 고양이 is cat, but 호랑이 is tiger. So I don't know if there's any particular reason why those words are so similar. The one thing I know I'm struggling with is why oh, I can't see it. Why are we not doing this ending? Or at what point are you meant to use that ending rather than that? I can kind of understand using E, using 저, and using gu. And of course we put the go on the end, but why is it never this one? Because there must be a reason. So, yeah, that's that really. It's not a very difficult one. Just remembering 아니에요. See, in my mind, I think I've equated no with 아니에요. I think maybe when I've tried to say no to somebody, I've been saying 아니에요 rather than just 아니요. So it's kind of like if someone says, "Do you want some water?" You say 아니요. But if you say 아니에요, you're saying like it's not that. Which, I mean, I guess they'll understand you, but it's still weird. So yeah, just remembering the difference between 아니요 and 아니에요, and just using the correct 이거, 저거, 그거 And that's that.